This went on for weeks and weeks, and she didn't know where corn was coming from. That legend was true, because what was it with the Bible, the fish, everything?
Right.
Yeah. So you fought. They go together. I don't know.
Yes.
And I have people say, well, if you're into that NMS, you can't be a religion. You can't be religious. You can't be in a church. It goes together.
Yes,
You
that's
can't
what I
have
say.
one without the other. And then I tell a legend on the first popcorn. I tell a legend on rabbit. You know, when God made this earth, he had nothing but animals and humans. Who was he going to put in charge? I say, do you think that he didn't think about putting a two-legged or a four-legged animal in charge before he put a two-legged? He watched us. And I don't think he's too happy with humans then. Think about if he had put rabbit in charge, where we would have been. We'd have been as an animal, rabbit would have been as a human. So when I talk about the animals and my brothers and sisters, I say the ones with wings, the ones with fins, the ones with no legs, the four-legged, and quite naturally two-legged is us. So we put all those in there together. So God, the Creator, could have took any of that, any of them, and made this earth and said you're in charge. So I tell the legend about why Rabbit thought he was in charge, but he had to be put in his place. And that covers people that you got a boss, but you want his position. You got a boss, you want her position. It don't happen. You're in the position you're in. You have to accept it or live a miserable life. And stress is the biggest killer of elders and our young people today. And prescription drug is right in there with it. So, and then I tell legends on, oh gosh, little girl with no face. How do you have a little girl with no face? So for some reason, I never know what legend I'm going to tell. So that's the legend you guys are going to get today. I look at people, and that legend keeps popping in my mind. So the little girl with no face, not because I brought the corn husk off. I make these. I take the shuftess off the corn. I soak it, wash it. I twist it, make her face. I didn't give her arms. Now some I have with the arm, with the shawl, and holding the fan. I make them different ways. I put the feather. Now my age people, women, tradition, we don't wear headbands. We can wear a hat band around the hat, but we don't wear headbands. It's like as you get older, if tradition people see me, they can look at me and tell whether I'm past 60 or I'm easing into 80. So think about it now. As of January, I only have 2 more years, and I've lived 4 20s. That is something to think about. And I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I want to be the oldest Lumbee to live. And I think the oldest I heard about is 106. I think 106 that one man was.
Yeah.
But anyway, but this corn husk doll has no face. What happened to her eyes, nose, and her mouth, and her ears? Okay, the legend goes, there's a big family. Big families, I don't care what you have can have nothing but living in a house, sleeping on the floor. You have things you have to do. And each person has to carry their own load. And that's one thing today you find a lot of people wants to shift their load to somebody else. That didn't happen years ago. If your mother said, you're making that bed, she said it one time. Now my 3 daughters, I said, dishes are yours this week. I didn't say nothing else. Living room is yours this week, one time. It's bedtime, one time. My kids knew. I run the house. Matter of fact, when my daughter went in the military, when she finished her basic training, she got 1 pink slip. The lady at TI wanted to meet me. She said, she got to be military. I said, no, I just run my house like I was an army man or something. I didn't know. No was no. In a certain time, yeah. So this is the way the families had to live years ago. They all had, working in the fields, Mama got up, she made breakfast. We all went to the field, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I mean 5 o'clock in the morning. We'd come out of school in April to put the seeds in. We didn't go back to school until last cotton was picked. And at 15, I could pick 300 pounds of cotton. Mainly because my dad had 1 leg and he could pick 4, and I always wanted to beat him. Never got a chance. He still picked that 400 pounds. My second brother could pick 30 pounds, lay down to go to sleep with a pillow. So he didn't do his duty. So this legend goes, is everyone has a chore. So this little girl, a baby, I'm the baby of that one family and the Aunt Mardella's family. So the baby got up one day and she said, you know what? Everywhere I go, Mama, people's telling me how pretty I am.